Daddy's home. The last 5 races on TNT have provided us with some of the shittiest coverage in the entire sports history. But all that changes this weekend for the 23rd race of the Cup Series season at Iowa because Daddy Diffie and the NBC boys are back. I'm so excited about it, it's making me corny. There's paint schemes to review. Let's go. Starting us off as always is Ross the Boss and this year's version of the Corn Car. Ross is hoping he can make it further than the 17 laps he made at the Brickyard, but if his paint scheme quality has anything to do with his finish on Sunday, he's fucked. I'm fully prepared for a lot of you to tell me that I'm an idiot in the comment section, but I was not prepared for the massive downgrade from last year's Corn Car to this year's. 7. It sounded like Austin Syndrome was having a really good day until I turned the race on and he blew a tire. Sorry about your luck. 6. If you guys were around for last year's Iowa paint scheme review, I don't even have to say a word. One of my dumbest moments in my entire TikTok history. 8. Noah Gragson is still searching for his first top 20 finish since the 600. At this rate, Catherine Legg might pass him in points. I know that would give me a lot of rage energy. 7. Back-to-back top 5 finishes, David Gravel's still crying about him, and he's running the 360 Knoxville Nationals. Larson's back. Glaze on. 10. Ironic that Brad's running a camo car this weekend because it's Wednesday and I just realized he got a top 5 at the Brickyard. Whoever Solomon is, I'm sure he's a great guy, but his cars, not the greatest. 5. I was fully prepared to come on here and completely trash Justin Haley because I got a comment on last week's video thanking me for taking it easy on him. The truth is, Justin Haley doesn't deserve to be gone easy on because he runs like shit, but he finished 11th at the Brickyard, so I'm going to have to hold it for next week. Paint scheme still sucks, though. 4. So last week, to my surprise, my voice was added into a Kyle Busch edit here on TikTok. Actually got me pretty pumped up. I never thought I'd be in an edit. But in the video, I'm basically saying Kyle Busch at this rate will never win a race ever again. And after having a little bit of time to process it, I still completely agree with that statement. 9. It is starting to get tougher week by week to shit on Chase Elliott. He's first in points, he still hasn't finished outside of the top 20 in any race, and he's in favor of eliminating the playoffs for a full 36-race championship. All these pros, yet he still has no personality. 4. Ty Dillon might have missed out on the $1 million prize in the in-season tournament, but what he's doing this weekend is a really cool gesture. In honor of Ty Gibbs defeating him in the championship round, he decided to include a bunch of pictures of Ty on his paint scheme this weekend. By Ty Dillon doing such a generous act, this guarantees that Ty Gibbs will certainly donate 1% of his prize winnings to a charity of Ty Dillon's choice. How cute. 9. Denny has a new sponsor this weekend, which for the field is not good news. I don't know if anybody has accurate statistics on it, but it feels like every time Denny gets a new sponsor, it doesn't take long for him to put them in victory lane. Hopefully this one will wait a while though, because this car sucks. 2. I'm pretty sure a bunch of wabashing is how Ryan Blaney conceived his child, but I didn't pay attention in health class, so I wouldn't know. 5. Got some good news, bad news for AJ Allmendinger. The good news is there's a massive recall on Celsius right now because a bunch of the cans were accidentally filled with alcohol. There is no bad news. We might end up seeing our first drunk NASCAR driver since Kurt Busch. Be safe out there, boys and girls. Stick to C4 Energy. 0. Mr. Buescher. I'm beginning to get some deja vu from last season. Currently 42 points above the cut line, heading to a bunch of tracks that Chris has won at before. Please make the playoffs, Chris. I beg of you. Unfortunately, I think your teammate is about to knock you out this weekend. More on that later. 10. So did Chase Briscoe just wake up one morning and decide he wanted to turn into the second coming of the Rocket Man? 5 pole awards? We're going to start calling this guy SpaceX. 10. There's a lot of people out there that just don't understand my hatred for this paint scheme. But like my dad always told me, you can't fix stupid. 0. Joshy! clean, mean, green, fighting machine. 9. Joey blew a tire. 6. It is truly amazing to me how many of you are still hung up on the Bubba Wallace news story from 5 years ago. We have already confirmed he had nothing to do with it. Let's just move on. If you don't like Bubba because of his personality, that's fine. He does have a tendency to sometimes come off like a little baby. Or if you want to dislike him because he drives a Toyota for Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, that's fine too. But if you dislike the guy because of his skin color, a 5-year-old story that got blown way out of proportion, or AI articles on Facebook that only a dumbass would believe, you need to grow up. The guy only wins once like every 3 years. I promise you will be okay. As much as some of you may hate it, it's a great story for NASCAR. I just wish it didn't come in that terribly ugly Chumba Casino car. I also can't really explain the Lion King celebration, but I'm here for it. This car fucks. 10. Again, just when I think I'm going to go easy on William Byron for a week, my For You page exploded with Aaron Blaney TikToks. Buddy, when I say you fumbled big time. 8. Shout out to my buddy for winning $300 on a Todd Gilliland top 10 bet. I just feel sorry for myself that I was too stupid to tell my buddy. It was right there. He finished 6th at the Brickyard 2 years in a row now. They basically handed my buddy the check and had him fill in the blanks. Wow. 10. Here's your weekly reminder that Riley Herbst does, in fact, still exist. 6. Unfortunately, I was watching the race on my phone from a treehouse bar, so I kind of missed out on the whole Christopher Bell wrecking Zane Smith thing. I saw the wreck, but what the fuck happened? 4. I might have to start reminding you guys that Cole Custer exists. I'm beginning to forget myself. 9. So John Hunter Nemechek is still on an insane run that nobody could have ever expected. 20th in the points. 6 top 10s. This guy's winning at Daytona, and you can thank nobody but me. 3. I really like how Legacy tried to turn the Dollar Tree car inside out. It's even worse. 1. Now, I know this car is supposed to look like a sesame seed bun, but maybe I'm just a sick fuck. It looks like crabs. Also, I cannot believe Tyler Reddick has not won a race yet. I'm going to grade this car based on it being a sesame seed bun and not crabs. 8. Take my advice because I usually don't take my own. Ricky Stenhouse ran really well at Iowa last year. Do not sleep on him. 10. Ally. 8. For the first time in Rick Ware racing history, the gold rims make sense on a paint scheme. The boys over at Costa Oil are becoming big supporters of NASCAR with Carson Ware, Luke Baldwin, and now a cup ride with Cody Ware. And I gotta tell you, this ride is a beauty. 10. In the most Ty Gibbs fashion, he wins a $1 million in-season tournament challenge before winning his first race. And they're actually offering a pre-order on the race car that finished 21st. If that car makes it to production and Luke Baldwin's truck didn't, I'm raising hell. Ty Gibbs will never win a race. 6. So this is the weekend that I've been waiting for since I found out the news Ryan Preece was heading over to RFK. If you haven't followed a lick of Ryan Preece's career, his first Xfinity Series win came at Iowa in a Mohawk Northeast sponsored Joe Gibbs car. And I've said it for almost a year now. Ryan Preece will get his first Cup win at Iowa. He said, quote, "Let's go to Iowa. I want to kick their fucking asses there." Does that sound like a guy that's not going to win the damn race? He was at pit practice today, and he told somebody in attendance to send me a message saying, "Fuck that guy," just like he did at Dover. I have some Ryan Preece merch coming in the mail for my dad here in a couple days. I have this exact diecast on pre-order, and Ryan Preece is going to kick their asses at Iowa, I promise you. And as much as I love my buddies over at Grid Rival, they are stupid. They're giving you a line of better or worse than 14.5. Write your name on the check and fill in the blanks. That is a guarantee. Sign up to the link in my bio. You get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit. Don't come back on Sunday and say, damn, Tyler, you were right. Celebrate with me. Ryan Preece is winning at Iowa. 10. This is a collab that nobody on planet Earth could have ever expected. Why is it always the small teams that end up with these wild, off-the-wall sponsorship deals? We have the King of the Hill Garage 66 car. A lot of you are really fired up about this paint scheme, and if we were going off coolness factor, it would be an automatic 10. But that's not what we're here for, because I'm sorry. This quarter panel right here, I know there's a lot on it, but there's also nothing on it at the same time. I just really wanted to say King of the Hill down the quarter. And it looks like the decal on the quarter and the deck lid doesn't even line up. Maybe I'm being too critical. 8. So besides wrecking Ross at the Brickyard last weekend, Michael McDowell has kind of fallen off planet Earth. Maybe we'll find him again next weekend at Watkins Glen. 2. The further we get into the season and the closer we get to the playoffs, the more I worry Carson Hocevar is not going to get a win this year. If only you join me at the casino. 8. So congratulations to SVG for beating a bunch of 12-year-olds and getting his first oval win at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Legends cars. I'm sure that'll translate great to this Sunday. 4. Cocodrile. 8. And the Pit Stop Diecast Paint Scheme of the Week goes to Ryan Preece. Nothing but good vibes this weekend. Buddy is getting his first win. My phone is literally on 1%. I need to finish this video. Here is this week's top 3. It was never even close. I've known Ryan was going to win this weekend for months since Mohawk announced they were sponsoring this race. And here is your current Paint Scheme Review point standings. I haven't updated them in a while. Here they are. See you guys next weekend in person at the Glen. Later.